A new Wordle puzzle is online. Click on the link to play.
Listening to the following video may give you clues. Please like and share the videos.
New Orleans Saints trade up to number 11 in NFL draft to bolster receiving core. The New Orleans Saints have traded up to number 11 in the draft to bolster their receiving core, after finishing 32nd in the NFL in passing offense last season.
Last year, Saints receiver Michael Thomas missed the entire season due to an ankle injury. QB Jameis Winston also tore his ACL in Week 8, putting the Saints' passing offense in jeopardy.
In order to address these problems, the Saints have been aggressive in their receiver selection, selecting 6 from picks number 10 to 18.
Chris Olave. The New Orleans Saints have traded up to no.
11 to add Ohio State wide receiver Chris Olave to their receiving core. Olave is the 9th Ohio State player the Saints have drafted since 2003.
The 6'1", 187-pound Olave caught 65 passes for 936 yards and 32 touchdowns in his final 33 games. In addition to Olave, the Saints have also added former USC quarterback Alex Smith, who was drafted no.
20. Olave was ranked second in the draft by ESPN, while Washington liked him more.
Washington then traded back and selected Penn State wide receiver Jan Dotson. Dotson had been watching an NBA playoff game on his phone when he received his decision.
He was surprised to finish 16th because he thought he'd get picked later in the first round or early second. But Washington has always liked Dotson.
Kyle Pitts. With no clear-cut 1 overall pick in this year's NFL draft, the New Orleans Saints reportedly are willing to trade up to no.
11 to bolster their receiving core. But if they don't, they could be on the lookout for a top 10 wideout and potentially pass on Pitts in favor of a veteran.
As the draft approaches, the Saints should be able to find a receiver that fits their needs. Those who believe in a quarterback going oniminous to freeminous for will be rewarded with this selection.
Pitts, a full-featured tight end, has mismatch nightmare written all over him. Pitts was the no.
2 tight end last year for the Falcons, catching 26 passes for 221 yards and 3 touchdowns. Meanwhile, the Saints are hoping to land both Deshaun Watson and Hayden Hurst in this draft.
As for the Saints' receiving core, the team will be looking for a replacement for Davante Adams. However, in addition to Pitts, the Saints could use the first-round pick to add some defensive reinforcement.
In the offensive line, the most likely candidate is Ohio State defensive end Chris Olave. He was taken 6 spots earlier by the Saints.
The second highest pick at this spot is Purdue wide receiver Treylon Burks. This player is huge and has impressive speed, averaging nearly 9 yards after the catch last year.
Jalen Phillips. The Saints traded up to no.
11 to bolster their receiving core, but Phillips' potential may not be capped. Although he was once doubted to play football again after a series of concussions at UCLA, Phillips showed great promise during his first year in Miami.
Moreover, the team desperately needed a better edge defender. Another potential scenario is for the Saints to trade down and select a quarterback in the 3rd round.
The Saints could wait for a quarterback at number 16 or trade up to no.
11. They could also choose to draft a quarterback with the 16th and 19th overall picks, a move that would invite competition from other teams.
In addition to picking up a quarterback, the Saints could also add another franchise wide receiver. The Saints would also be looking to bolster their receiving core and could use a defensive end in the 2nd round.
Phillips is a potential top -10 pick in this year's draft class and would provide depth along the defensive line. In addition to his potential to bolster the Saints' receiving core, Phillips also brings tremendous athleticism to the secondary.
Alvin Kamara. The New Orleans Saints are attempting to get back in the NFC playoff race with the Alvin Kamara trade.
The running back led the team in rushing attempts and yards last season, but he was limited in practice this week and has only been able to take part in limited work in practice.
In his absence, the Saints have gone 0-3 and have lost their last 4 games. Since joining the team in 2017, Kamara has accumulated 530 rushing yards on 146 carries, 310 receiving yards on 32 targets, and 4 touchdowns.
The Saints also need to bolster their receiving core. While they added Marquess Williams and Cam Newton this offseason, they ranked 32nd in the NFL in passing yards.
Adding another top receiver will make the Saints' offense more potent. The wide receiver position has been a glaring weakness in the Saints' offense, and the addition of Smith will give them an additional option in this area.
Julio Jones. The New Orleans Saints have made an intriguing move in trading up to No. 11 in order to bolster their receiving core.
While Julio Jones is a talented player, his recent struggles have put his stock in the trash. While the Saints desperately need a wide receiver, Jones isn't the answer.
Not only is he 33 years old, but he's also not a spring chicken anymore. Then there's the fact that he wasn't even playing the whole season.
The Saints could also sign Odell Beckham Jr., Emmanuel Sanders, and Keelan Cole. While the New Orleans Saints didn't draft a wide receiver in this draft, they could easily sign one.
But who will replace Jones? It's unlikely that they'll do it before the start of the regular season. The Patriots have been in the market for a starting quarterback, and Jones could be that answer.
Alvin Tate. The New Orleans Saints have signed veteran wide receiver Alvin Tate, a three-time Pro Bowler and former Detroit Lion.
The Saints are expected to give Tate the opportunity to prove his value in the slot position. After all, Tate has become an electric slot specialist, and the Saints' secondaries are overwhelmed by him.
The Lions traded Tate to New Orleans prior to their visit, so this could be the perfect opportunity to evaluate his abilities. Golden Tate is not the most productive name on the market, but he's the most realistic.
He struggled last year with the Giants, catching just 35 passes for 388 yards. Still, he has enough experience to serve as a veteran leader for the Saints' young receiving core.
The veteran Tate is a solid route runner and could be a safety blanket for the quarterback, Rashad Bateman.
After a disappointing sophomore season, the New Orleans Saints have traded up one spot to No. 11 in the draft to add Rashad Bateman to their receiving core.
The 6'1", 260-pound wideout possesses elite hands and excellent extension. He is a reliable target in every situation, and his elusiveness and lateral quickness will allow him to be an effective weapon in the slot or on outside routes.
Although he is likely to be a day 2 selection, Bateman is an excellent fit as a wide receiver and should be able to make a significant impact immediately. While the Indianapolis Colts have a young quarterback and a talented offensive line, they have a lackluster wide receiver core.
Bateman, a former Golden Gopher, is a great fit as an upgrade over Carson Wentz. The Tennessee Titans also need an edge rusher to replace Jadeveon Clowney, who is leaving in 2021.
Rashad Bateman is a great value at no ID2.
The Washington Redskins have two premium positions in Bateman and Davis, and added a long snapper named Cheeseman, Nico Collins.
The New Orleans Saints have moved up a spot to No. 11 in the NFL draft to bolster their receiving core, but the pick isn't a surefire first-round talent. The Saints are still in need of linebackers and pass rushers.
While Collins is impressive in pass coverage, his combination with Demario Davis will help them offset the likely free agent departure of Alex Anzalone. However, New Orleans cannot afford to lose a free agent like safety Marcus Williams.
The Saints can also add another tight end, like the undrafted Jordan from the University of Connecticut. He's a freak athlete who's incredibly valuable in the scoring zone and has excellent athleticism.
Jordan caught 7 touchdown passes in 8 games for the Hurricanes in 2020, and his high-pointing abilities will allow him to be invaluable in the red zone. Jordan's potential to play as a rookie would also make him an ideal fit for the Saints' Day 2 selection.